This is day 6 of Vlogmas. If we haven't met yet, my name's Nicole. I'm a comedian who is currently creatively constipated. So I'm making a video every single day of December in hopes of becoming creatively unconstipated. I feel like a bit of a fraud. In my comedy sets, I reference being a big reader a lot. And I was when I wrote those jokes. This past year or so, I haven't been reading nearly as much as I used to. I don't know why. I've had a busy year. I'm a corporate girly, so work is always crazy. I got married literally a month ago. I'm performing a lot of comedy. This year's been a big year for comedy for me. I'm busy, but I'm always busy. I used to listen to audiobooks while going on walks or cleaning the house or driving. I would read books in the bath or in bed or on the toilet. I always found a way to wedge a little bit of reading into my day. This year I've noticed that my screen time is get sucked into a story or figure out what you want to read way up. I've had a massive uptick on that. I've had a massive uptick in stress as well. Maybe that's because of all the horrifying news we have to keep up with on a regular basis. Who knows? I think my biggest struggle this year has been trying to figure out what I want to read. I hop around to a bunch of different genres. My big three are historical fiction, romance, and horror. Romantasy and sci-fi I know are huge right now. I really need to get into it. I have to make room on my TBR for that. I'm just not craving that right now. Sometimes it also takes longer to research what you want to read. You might come across something on Book Talk that you kind of want to read, and then you go on Goodreads to see what other people are saying, then you go on Reddit sometimes to see what other people are saying. All of a sudden it's 2 in the morning, you have work, and you gotta go to bed. It's almost as bad as trying to find something to watch. Like, with finding something to watch lately, I have started doing this new thing this year where basically I'll pick a platform that I feel like watching. The first thing that sparks my interest, I just hit play, because I just don't want to waste an hour figuring out what I might want to watch, because then at that point I'm not going to watch anything, or I'm going to watch a bunch of tiny trailers of shit that I could have watched. Now I don't overthink what I'm trying to watch, so if I just see something that sparks my interest, I watch it. The other day I suddenly was like, cool, I'm watching Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Never would have been something I thought I'd watch. They're fascinating. With books, I want to challenge myself to finish one more book this year. Just one. I think I've read maybe 3 cover to cover this year. I just want to finish one more by December 31st. That's my goal. I've always been one of those readers that reads a handful of books at a time because my mood changes, you know, like sometimes I want to read a romance, sometimes I want to read a mystery, sometimes I want to read a book by Amy Poehler, sometimes I want to learn shit. You know, what's on my shelf right now? Lady Macbeth, okay? Lady Macbeth. I will be honest, I did judge this book by its fucking cover. The cover is really sick. Look at it. It's pink, hot pink. I love this. I love gothic stories and gothic horror or gothic romance. I like the spooky vibes of Crimson Peak or Frankenstein, Nosferatu, like Sleepy Hollow, that kind of era vibe feels good to me. So a retelling of like a spooky retelling of Macbeth with the spooky turned all the way up from a woman's perspective, yes please. Yes please is also on my list. I've had this book on my shelf for like years, and I love Amy Poehler. I love her podcast, Parks and Rec, is very near and dear to my millennial heart. You know, in it, she talks about how she got into comedy and how she got into writing, how she met all of the people that she works with regularly. And, you know, since I've gotten into stand-up and into improv real heavy, I feel like I can relate to her content so much more in this book than I would have when I first bought it. And that's kind of the cool thing about books. You know, I kind of feel like they might sit on your shelf for a little bit, but you always kind of crack them open at the exact time that like you need to crack that story open, you know? Murder in an Irish Cemetery. That is another one that's on my list. Listen. I know it sounds dorky, but you need to hear me out. People be sleeping on the cozy kitchen mystery genre, okay? They do. But it's been around forever. It is a quiet classic. It really is. The titles are always punny as fuck, okay? The characters are very sweet and lovable. The setting is like a cozy village or seaside town somewhere where everyone knows everyone. Someone definitely has a puppy or a cute kitten. Very integral to the story, okay? Nothing goes wrong in this little town, except someone usually gets murdered, which is fine. The juxtaposition of murder in some idyllic little town somewhere is just like intriguing. It's a nice thing that just slowly lets me turn my brain off. You know, like this one, I like her little series. Just all the titles are like murder in an Irish noun. So it could be like murder in an Irish pub, murder in an Irish wedding, murder in an Irish cemetery. It's simple. It's great. It's cozy. I love it. So another book I'm reading is The Comedy Bible. This was recommended to me by a really, really good friend in the comedy scene, and I do really enjoy it. I haven't been able to establish like a consistent writing routine, so this book is really helping me build that out. Speaking of writing, another book I'm reading is Everybody Writes. This is a book that was recommended to me by my boss, which is always a great indicator that you're doing a great job at your job. I work in communications, so I'm writing newsletters and social media posts and making little videos. I'm doing a lot of writing on a consistent basis. I think this book was recommended to me to help me kind of get quicker at writing content instead of overthinking it. I prefer to shop for my books secondhand, so I happened to snag a signed copy of this book, which was pretty cool. Another one I was kind of reading is like Merry Little Meet Cute, so I love a little light-hearted romance, festive, seasonal kind of romance that's like in Christmas time, so that sounded kind of cute. I feel like I have a good mix of stuff to work through to try to read this year, but I'll let you know if I finish any of these. But I think it's good to find like hobbies like that, you know, like reading however you do it, like audiobooks, Kindle, paper books. Like I think it forces you to slow down. It forces you to focus on like specific thing. Like you don't get distracted by like shit like notifications or whatever. Like it's just, you know, it is just you in this book. And that's kind of nice, you know. That's going to do it for me for today. Thank you for listening to me ramble about my TBR. Tomorrow is going to be a full 7 days of Vlogmas. I'll probably be talking about how this first week has gone for me and what I think I want to do differently in this coming week. If you want to follow along while I figure this vlogging thing out, then you can subscribe. If not, that's fine too. If you've made it this far, just thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Otherwise, I gotta go.